Coming up in this video.
So it's to Pam like you did.
Yeah, natural. There's a person right there.
They found my body.
Have you ever watched a video that you think should be banned? These ones are towing the line. You're about to see 30 scary videos I nearly can't show you. Number 30, Arizona unidentified flying object. An unidentified flying object was captured on camera over South Mountain Preserve in Phoenix, Arizona at around 7 p.m. on April 16th of 2023. Redditor A the Savage shares the original footage to Reddit.
Yeah, why don't they have lights? Look, it looks like balloons?
The Redditor thinks it looks like balloons, and other users agree.
Yeah, why don't they have lights? Look, it looks like
What do you think? Are they birds, balloons, drones, military aircraft, or something else altogether?
balloons?
The way they move makes me think of balloons or maybe drones. I'm not sold on the bird theory. What do you think it is? Number 29, Hooved Lady. What would you do if you woke up with hooves for feet? I'd imagine you'd do whatever's within your power to try and get rid of them. Even perhaps resorting to magical remedies. Currently trending in the Arabic-speaking YouTube community, this video was shared by YouTube channel blah blah. In that video, it's credited to the Mexican YouTube channel El Gap, but I believe it was filmed in Africa. The video shows a woman undergoing some kind of ritual, which I assume is supposed to heal her hooved feet. Many in the village have gathered around to pay witness. The man performing the ritual shakes a rattle and a tail around, and as he moves in front of her, you can see the woman not only has hooves, she also has a tail. This continues. With the man circling the woman, shaking the rattle as smoke wafts nearby. And it seems she's not the only one who has been struck with this strange animal ailment. The video shows two others, an older woman and a man, both with hooved feet. What is going on here? Could the myth be true? Well, I can't be sure. This looks shockingly realistic, particularly due to the animated tails. Something strange is definitely going on here. I just wish we weren't left with more questions than answers. Number 28, Jinn Hunt. YouTuber Hassan Barbar is hunting for the Jinn once again in this scary video, and his search begins with a bang.
طبعا يا اخوان هذيك المرة كان بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
As he continues throughout the abandoned structure, he sees smoke billowing from one of the rooms.
من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله. بسم الله.
And a moment later, he hears what sounds like a wounded cry.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
When he moves to look in the room, he finds no one.
الصوت في دخان كان يطلع.
And later, the game becomes all too real.
شكله بده يظهر اخوان. طب فرجيني حالك فرجيني حالك فرجيني حالك. اظهر، ليش خايف؟ وليش خبط فيه؟ طب ليش ضربتني؟
Would you get any closer to this?
عارف شو بيحكي يا اخوان؟ طب استحلفك بالله. يما يا الله، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Once the demon starts making this noise,
طب وينك؟ اخوان صوته قريب بس انا مش شايفه.
I'd say it's probably time to call it a day.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله.
After all, the Jinn did warn him. Number 27, Randonautica Adventure. Randonautica can take you on a random adventure, and sometimes it can lead you into danger. As YouTubers Mackie and Amanda set out with the app, they soon noticed something odd.
There too. Gosh, didn't it just sound like someone was running?
What?
It just sounded like someone was.
Amanda says it sounded like someone was running. Are they being chased? Then she hears something else that Mackie doesn't.
So creepy, Amanda. What?
I hear a ringing, like almost like from my car, like super low, super high pitched.
I don't hear anything.
This is super weird. I still hear it.
I actually hear it too. It's a high-pitched tone. Who knows from where? Randonautica leads them to this cardboard box in the middle of nowhere.
I'm scared. Should I look inside?
Yeah.
I think there's a freaking body out here.
Although it's a false alarm with nothing inside, they see something at a distance.
What's that? What is that? No, what is that though?
What is that? As they continue filming, they spot something else beyond.
And they act natural. There's a person right there. I don't know what they're doing out here.
He's staring at us, Amanda.
He's staring at us. Why is he staring at us like that?
Chills all over. Later, they break out a REM pod to communicate with the spirits around them, and this happens.
Did that water just go on?
That's a sink. The sink just
Show
went
him the
over.
sink. Show him the sink.
That sink over there.
If you made the sink go on.
As they communicate, the faucet turns on again.
It's on. The sink's on. It's a push to start.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, Amanda.
Did they just encounter a thirsty ghost or a malfunctioning sink? Either way, I'm more concerned about the figure they saw in the field. Looks to me like someone is stalking them. Number 26, Hockomock Swamp. While visiting the haunted Hockomock Swamp in Massachusetts, Redditor Ilgram's REM pod is triggered.
If you want us to leave, make that go off one more time. Make it go to blue. We're out. All right.
The ghost even follows directions via the REM pod.
Make it go to blue. We're out. All right.
Many in the comments think the REM pod's seemingly direct response is either a result of confirmation bias or something in the environment. Whether or not you think this is a real spirit interacting with the crew, you gotta admit that response might just prompt you to make a quick exit. I know it would for me. Number 25, Florida Memorial Hospital. This tour of a former hospital turns into much more than a walkthrough. YouTuber Havan Garza shares this video of the Florida Memorial Hospital in Alabama.
Like you were saying.
Here's what they captured. Did you see it? Watch the wall to the left. A shadow figure falls across the wall, blocking the light, but while it does look creepy, I can't help but think someone simply walked past in one of these rooms on the right, causing the shadow to fall. The cameraman doesn't enter the room, at least not in this clip, so we can't know if it was empty or not. Still, the fact that it falls across all three lights from the doorway does give me pause. It could be legit paranormal. What do you think? Number 24, first on-camera activity. You'll always remember your first poltergeist experience. This is YouTube team Ghost Trip Investigations' first on-camera movement, and it will stay with them forever. Watch closely.
Get the laser grid up as well.
I've left that in there. Can we move those ball spirits and the door? Thank you. That's it.
Talk about an on-demand poltergeist.
Thank you. That's it.
Now, to me, that is a prime example of a spirit that truly wants to make its presence known. Number 23, Octagon Hall. Located in Kentucky, Octagon Hall is reportedly one of the most haunted places imaginable. The YouTube team Twin Paranormal investigates, and you'll be shook by what they find. It's early, and already they're getting confronted.
You have a scratch?
What happened? I have a scratch on my stomach.
What the f?
Did you see me freaking out earlier?
Wait. Yeah.
Just now while I was down. You saw that, right? I thought you were filming me.
We're gonna go upstairs then. They must want to have a conversation. Dude, the guy here said that this place is so active.
As they're communicating with the spirits, they hear noises in the distance.
Can you give us a sign that you're near us, please? See, that's like in this room, yeah.
A moment later, the REM pod goes off.
Where's that from? Where is that now?
The stairs.
Still, I keep hearing footsteps or knocking. I don't know what it is in this room. If you can see where I'm pointing, right in here. Are you trying to get our attention?
Not long after, they again hear footsteps.
We can hear somebody around us.
And then this happens.
We're literally playing with fire right now.
I really
like for real.
Don't want to be here.
When they attempt to speak with the spirits, they receive direct responses.
Yes.
I don't think I'd check. In fact, considering all that's gone down in this place, I take that as a warning that Eddie isn't someone you'd ever want to encounter. Number 22, Abandoned Nunnery. The YouTube team Finders Beepers History Seekers is exploring an abandoned home that once housed hundreds of nuns. As they're doing their intro, they hear a loud bang.
On the way in here, coming down a big...
But they appear as though they're not too disturbed. They continue through the nunnery and find all sorts of treasure.
Look at this. Look at the detail on there, like the big lions on there. That's really, really good. And then, like I say, there's a font up there as well. That's probably the holy water and stuff.
But it's this creepy discovery that haunts me.
Look at it in here. Look at this place. Got a massive suit of armor.
I wonder if someone's inside, or if the spirit of the man who wore it may still linger. Number 21, Poltergeist in Historic Jefferson. The Historic Jefferson Hotel has recorded some epic paranormal activity, and its official YouTube channel just offered up another piece of evidence captured in the hotel ballroom. Watch the piano on the bottom right. A panel is aggressively thrown off, despite the fact that no one touched it. Watch again. This was after a paranormal investigation. The group then returns to the room, and that's when the hotel's manager notices it.
You know, nothing out of the ordinary until I turned and then saw it right there.
He says this has never happened before. You can even hear how loud it falls via the recording. Some in the comments say this convinces them it didn't just fall, it was thrown with force. I tend to agree. There seems to be some aggression behind it. Number 20, abandoned amusement park. Pakistani YouTube team Wokaya Raz High Official faces the mysterious Black Devil gang at this abandoned amusement park. The figure is fitted head to toe in black. You can't see where it begins or ends. Somehow the team manages to lose him. The figure may seem lost to the darkness, but he is still there. Later, they are led on a wild goose chase through the amusement park by yet another group member. I've never seen something like this. It has no distinct details. It is just a black shadow, and it seems to be following them.
Rahim, upar chado, Rahim, upar chado, Rahim, upar chado.
Going up seems like a bad idea to me. Number 19, Woman in White. While re-exploring this haunted place, YouTuber Omar from the channel Omar Gosh TV is overcome by spiritual energy and by visual evidence of life beyond. As they enter the haunted place, a cupboard door opens of its own accord. Look to the right.
I've never been so nervous going back to a place.
You know what? I never noticed.
But it's what is later captured in the mirror that's making me do a double take. Watch closely. Did you see that? When Omar pans around, it looks like something in a white dress is sitting next to James. Watch again. There's for sure something there, and it's not just because the camera's blurry. I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't want to be sitting next to it. Number 18, noises in the night. While investigating an extremely haunted location, YouTube team Paranormal Nightmare TV series feels like they're being followed.
Right there. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Can you hit that real hard for us, please?
Whoa. That was loud.
That was back here.
Something is making noise, although I'm not hearing it too clearly on the camera. The guys are obviously shook by it. Then a voice is heard.
Jeez, hear that, Rocket? Hear the voice again.
Later, something is walking down the hallway.
You guys want to walk down that hallway again?
It could just be water dripping, or it could be something creeping. And as the team splits up, one of them hears something more.
I'm back here. Holy crap, if I was being attacked by something, it would take you guys 6 hours to get back here to me. Sean!
A repeated banging resounds in the distance, but it sounds like it could be something mechanical, like a washer or dryer banging against the wall. Is a ghost doing his laundry in this building? I definitely get a creepy vibe from this place, but I'm not sure if it's 100% haunted. Number 17, The Hanged Woman. The Rogues Hollow paranormal team have been receiving strange energy readings in this music store.
We've been getting strange EMF readings off of these nowhere else. There's no power running to these lights. We checked that, so we're not getting EMF from the lights.
So they investigate. While doing the Estes method, the spirits are getting physical with Megan.
This is Megan. Please don't touch me.
Who keeps touching Megan? What is your name? I'm not trying to be rude, but it's not very nice that you're touching her.
And it seems that Megan's not the only one being touched.
Get him off me.
Who's on you?
The spirit seems to have been harassed as well, and later Megan delivers the female spirit's sad fate.
I hanged.
It's her. What's your name?
I just got super mega chills.
Hanged.
And it seems she didn't have a choice in the matter.
Wasn't my choice.
Just when I thought she'd taken her own life, this tragic tale goes deeper. The life of this victim was taken by the hands of another. Number 16, Fairfield County Infirmary. While visiting the Fairfield County Infirmary, YouTube team, spirit stalkers capture some poltergeist activity on camera.
Right as you press the button.
Dude!
No way.
Okay, what?
No way.
You got that, didn't you?
I had to got it.
Okay, you need to look back at you need to look at that right now.
The object definitely fell on its own, but I can't tell what the object is.
No freaking way, dude. This thing just fell off the table.
Could there be an explanation?
Dude, no way.
Dude, that
It was sitting on top of the bottle, which looks like a precarious position, so this may just be gravity, or an ex-patient of Fairfield County Infirmary. Take your pick. Number 15, Hat Man. Could you live in a house that's haunted? TikToker Wade Lanigan continues to, despite all the crazy things that have happened here, including this, keep an eye on the mirror. At first, I thought he was haunted by Pinocchio's ghost, but then I realized what I thought was a long nose was the brim of his hat. Many in the comments think this looks faked, while others say he must be haunted by Indiana Jones. Many others, however, have seen a similar shadow man. Have you seen this profile? I think it may be a bad omen. Number 14, Figure of Mist. The channel Ghosts of Carmel, Maine has, in my opinion, some of the spookiest ghost footage on YouTube. This portal footage in the Ghost Chronicle series is no different. While sitting in one of the home's haunted bedrooms, Kent sees a strange mist at the door. And he captures a picture on camera. When he looks at it, he is shocked by how vivid it is. This is the figure he captured with the contrast turned up. The form of the figure is undeniable. Like many of the channel's videos, this one is equally compelling. But unlike the others, which mainly capture shadow figures, this figure of mist suggests to me that Kent is dealing with something from another dimension. Number 13, overnight at haunted apartment. Want to get a bad night's sleep? YouTuber Tim Morozov passes a sleepless night at a haunted apartment in this scary video. First, he captures a door swinging open and closed on its own. Later, as the TV turns on in another room, a figure passes by on his infrared camera, a figure that isn't there. A moment later, Tim is talking to his followers when something again passes behind him, much too close for comfort. He captures the figure one more time as he's entering the living room in the dark. Could you catch any sleep with this thing lurking around? Me neither. Whatever this figure is really making my skin crawl. Number 12, Hungry Ghost. A hungry ghost is going after this paranormal team's crisps. The team from YouTube channel The Paranormal Detectives captures this mysterious activity during an Estes Method session.
Is there anything in this room you want to play with?
Yes, yes, yes.
What is it you want to play with? If you want to play with, what the f***?
That was a bag of crisps.
Is that what you want to play with?
The interesting thing to me is that the spirit seems to respond directly to the team's question.
Is there anything in this room you want to play with? Or touch? Or move?
Yes.
And then the spirit goes right ahead and moves the crisps.
If you want to play with, what the f***?
That was a bag of crisps.
Is that what you want to play with?
It doesn't look like they fell. It looks like they were thrown. It seems to me like the Estes method is really working here, and the team should probe this spirit for further information. Number 11, Premier Poltergeist. On occasion, you're just lucky enough to capture that paranormal activity in the moment. YouTube team Ghost Seekers TX hit that lucky mark, capturing their very first poltergeist activity on camera.
It's our very first poltergeist activity ever captured.
Holy f***! What the f*** was that? I cannot move.
What was it? Let's take another look.
What the f*** was that? What was it? What the f*** was that?
Did the camera fall over, or was it thrown over?
Was that the camera?
We're all sitting. It's the camera.
Oh my.
Holy.
It does seem like it fell rather too aggressively. This one could go either way for me, but I'm betting that's what most poltergeists are banking on. Number 10, Poltergeist at Home. I've analyzed some of YouTube channel G&D Studios footage before in past videos. Now they've recovered more poltergeist activity on their security cameras, and this stuff is truly chilling. The first activity actually wakes the YouTuber's parents from their sleep. Watch the blanket. Something just yanked it off the poor guy. On another occasion, the TV in the living room mysteriously turns on and off. A third capture shows a number of drawers and cupboards opening of their own accord all at once. And a fourth episode shows two objects being thrown simultaneously in opposite directions. In my opinion, any single one of these events is pretty convincing proof of paranormal activity, but all of them together would have me packing my bags. Number 9. Haunted Museum. The Ouija Brothers YouTube team are touring one of the creepiest museums I've ever seen, and it will live up to its reputation. Located in Nottingham, the Haunted Museum and oddities are full of oddities, alright. Here's one of them.
These sheets, these metal storage containers, these are from them.
It isn't the metal shelving that freaks me out. What are these bodies laid out on them? We may never know, because the team continues their tour and they hear some unsettling noises.
Look how it's themed. You've got anti-crosses all over the place. I did just hear a knock.
You don't want to be hearing things when this setup is in the next room. Later in that room, beneath the ambulance siren, you can hear a knock. And the same was caught on a second camera located elsewhere. Is there a ghost knocking about the place? Or is it just your odd house-settling noise? Well, we can't know for sure. I think there's plenty of oddities here to consider, that this place might have a legit haunting. Number 8. Garrison House. While investigating the Garrison House, YouTuber Lomar Mendez and his team communicate with the spirits. The investigation begins with an eerily on-point message.
Imagine if there's bodies in here. What are the odds there's like a body buried in here? They found my body.
I can't. What?
I can't either. Later in one of the rooms, a paranormal device goes off.
There's just this inn is literally in the hub of so much paranormal activity. They have the oldest graveyard across the street, an old fort that is known to be haunted. We're really here.
We can feel you.
Then they hear a knock.
I feel like we're the only ones trying to reach out at this moment, so they're coming from all directions into here to communicate with us.
That was on our floor.
When Lomar asks the spirits to knock again, they respond.
Can you knock again?
Is it Emily? What is she trying to communicate to the team? I think it could be Emily, and I hope they're able to reach over to the other side. Number 7. Portal opened. What happens when you open a portal in a graveyard? Well, you're about to find out. YouTuber Alberto Del Arco opens a window into the underworld with this scary video. As the crew enters this graveyard containing dark magic voodoo dolls, they hear a strange cry.
Entonces, no sé si...
Hola.
They then open a portal, which seems like a terrible idea. And it is, because it seems to have drawn the wrong kind of attention.
Ya, mira. Pasó una persona.
¿En serio?
Sí.
¿Dónde? Hola. Buenas noches. ¿Lo vieron?
Sí.
¿Tú, Tony?
No, yo no alcancé a ver.
¿No alcanzaste a verlo?
And who knows where it might lead. Did these guys just make the scariest decision of their lives? It sure looks like it, and I wouldn't want to be them when the demons erupt from that portal. Number 6, security cam capture. Submitted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Horrifyingly Haunted 3, this redditor wrote, "I don't know what is shooting down from the sky, and an unidentified flying object is seen after they do. Let's watch their submission and see what they're talking about." There was certainly some debate about this video in the comments. Commenters thought it could be a shooting star, moisture, or dust on the lens, but the uploader is confident it's something paranormal. Which side are you on here? Let me know in the comments. Number 5, Stairwalker. Is this ghost up to no good? Or is he just trying to get his steps in? YouTube team Paranormal Quest capture a spirit via Kinect in a stairwell. Take a look.
Can you show yourself to me like you did Stephanie, coming up the stairs?
Whoa. I thought I saw you right there on the stairs.
And then, a moment later, they hear this terrifying growl.
Come and show yourself to Pam like you did Stephanie.
What was that?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was on the stairs right in front.
Here it is again.
Come and show yourself to Pam like you did.
That sounded like a wild cat or a demon, and being that I don't think a lion's being kept in this old house, I'd be more inclined to believe it's the devil. Number 4, Conjuring House. While investigating the Conjuring House, YouTube team Ghouls Paranormal receives some paranormal correspondence. Right away, a spirit reveals itself through one of the team's paranormal devices.
What's happening?
When they ask the spirits a question, they seem to respond by REM pod and the Estes method.
I'm here now. Whoa.
That dual response is just crazy to me.
I'm here now.
The spirit simultaneously confirms that it was downstairs and is now upstairs with them now. I think it's hard to deny this one. What do you think? Number 3, Lady in White. You don't need a ghost story around the campfire for this one. Instead, you're living it. YouTuber Grizzly Gaz is camping near a disused railway line that's said to be haunted by a lady in white, and judging by this footage, I think it is.
Nope. Nope.
He hears a wailing in the darkness, which the lady in white is known for. And the continued sound makes him nope right out of there.
Nope. Nope.
He also captures the arbiter of bad omens, a black cat.
Absolutely. Bobbed me pants then. The black cat sat on wall. Oh wow. I shat my pants then.
No worries, Grizzly Gaz. You're in good company. Grizzly's channel is really good and you should check it out. He camps in creepy and unusual places. Number 2, The Tapping. Knock knock, the paranormal's at your door. YouTube channel T10 Paranormal shares this scary clip originally posted by TikToker OMXGA44. Listen closely.
Hopefully that gets rid of whatever's...
He finds no one there, but I'm certain someone was tapping at his door.
What the f***?
Would you open it? Nah, I'm good. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. Triggered. While setting up cat balls in this haunted house, YouTube team KJ Hauntings witnesses some paranormal activity. A moment later, the spirit plays musical chairs.
Still here.
Not only is the ball's light triggered, but it rolls off the chair or is pushed. It seems to me this spirit has had enough of the experiments being done here, and it's so angry that this has become evidence that I nearly can't show you.